Amid the tensions in the Middle East, there's a country that's often overlooked. Syria, a land rich in history and culture, is now afflicted by civil war. Welcome to the LUXICON channel. This time I will delve into Syria, a beautiful yet conflict-ridden country in the Middle East. Syria may rarely receive attention, but this nation has a long history and a rich culture. Unfortunately, internal conflicts have claimed the lives of its people over the past decade. Want to know more about this amazing country? Let's watch the video. Syria is the site of the ancient city of Ebla, which existed from 1800 to 1650 BC. There, 20,000 ancient scripts were found, depicting daily life in Mesopotamia at that time. Since then, Ebla has been part of major empires throughout history. The Egyptians, Assyrians, Chaldeans, Persians, Macedonians, and Romans have successively controlled this strategic area. In the 7th century, Syria became part of the Islamic realm following the Muslim army's victory over the Roman Empire. Its strategic location and abundant natural resources made Syria a coveted land by various regional and global political powers. Modern Syria was established after World War I as a result of a mandate by France approved by the United Nations. Syria then became an independent nation in 1946 after seizing power from France. Following its independence, Syria underwent numerous political changes, including political turmoil and civil war. From 1949 to 1971, Syria experienced chaos largely due to coup attempts. Eventually, Hafez al-Assad was agreed upon as president after Syria conducted a referendum. Hafez led Syria until his death in 2000. The baton of leadership from Hafez was then passed to his son, Bashar al-Assad, who remains the president of Syria to this day. Under Bashar's leadership, war crimes in Syria have persisted for a decade. The conflict in Syria is a domino effect of the Arab Spring phenomenon that swept across the Middle East in 2010. However, unlike in several other Middle Eastern and North African countries, the conflict in Syria has been relatively longer and continues to this day. Behind the grim reality of Syrians living amidst conflict, the country actually boasts stunning natural beauty and a fascinating culture. So remarkable is Syria, it's even nicknamed Firdaus al-Arab, meaning the paradise garden of the Arabs. Damascus, the largest city and the capital of Syria, is regarded as a holy city in Islam and is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. People have lived in Damascus since the 2nd millennium BC. The city is also renowned for its music, especially classical Arabic music. Furthermore, food plays an important role in every celebration tradition in Arab culture. During Eid al-Fitr, Syrians celebrate by eating a large amount of food, particularly sweets. Some popular dishes in Syria include tabbouleh, a salad made with a mix of tomatoes, mint, onions, and other delicious ingredients. Another dish is sujuk, or spicy fermented sausage. And equally delicious is shawarma, or thinly sliced meat, stacked in a cone shape in pita bread. Just like Indonesians, Syrians also enjoy coffee. Arabic coffee is one of the most beloved beverages and is usually served during family gatherings or when guests visit. In religious ceremonies and celebrations, Syrian citizens usually wear their traditional clothing. However, in modern times, most prefer to wear normal attire with a few traditional elements added. For example, a leather belt and a sword or other sharp weapons are considered traditional accessories for ceremonial attire. Then, for traditional clothing often worn, there are thawab and kaftan. For men, the thawab is typically worn with a black robe stitched with gold at the edges to make it more attractive. This robe is similar to the one worn by soccer player Lionel Messi when he lifted the World Cup trophy. The majority of Syria's population are Arabs, or at least originate from the Arabian Peninsula and its surrounding regions. Nearly 80% of its total population of 23,583,980 are Arabs. Minority groups in the country include the Kurds, who mostly live in northeast Syria, and the Badawi, nomadic animal herders who move from place to place across North Africa and the Middle East. While the majority of Syrians live along the Mediterranean coast or in the Euphrates River Valley, most of the population is Muslim. Some citizens are Christian, and a small portion follow Druze, a religion that combines elements of Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and other faiths. According to the country's constitution, Arabic is the official language of Syria. However, in informal everyday life, Syrians use Arabic dialects that differ regionally. In the West, the majority speak the Levantine dialect, and in the Northeast, the Mesopotamian dialect. The minority groups in Syria continue to use their respective languages, including Kurdish, Turkish, Neo-Aramaic, Circassian, Chechen, Armenian, and finally Greek. However, none of these languages have official status. Geographically, Syria is located in Western Asia, precisely at the eastern end of the Mediterranean Sea. With a total area of approximately 71,498 square miles, Syria is bordered by Jordan to the south, Iraq to the east, Turkey to the north, and Lebanon and Israel to the west. The terrain in Syria is quite diverse, ranging from mountains, highlands, to lowlands. The Anti-Lebanon Mountains, located in the western part of the country, stretch from southern Lebanon to northern Syria. The highest peak is Kurnat as Sauda, reaching about 9,232 feet. Syria also has several famous rivers, including the Euphrates and Tigris rivers, which flow through the country and into Mesopotamia. Syria boasts fertile plains, high mountains, and deserts. However, the conflicts that have occurred over hundreds of years in this region have impacted its natural habitats. The largest carnivores still found in the country include the brown bear and the gray wolf. Striped hyenas, red foxes, caracals, and golden wolves also roam the Syrian region, though these species have become rare. In the desert, sand cats, golden hamsters, and venomous snakes like the black desert cobra are commonly found. Meanwhile, predatory birds such as the bearded vulture, red kite, and white-tailed eagle can be seen soaring over the Syrian mountains. The Mediterranean basin is considered a biodiversity hotspot. Syria's coastline harbors the most diverse plant and animal life in the country. Here, you can find up to 10 different whale species, the endangered Mediterranean monk seal, and loggerhead turtles. Unfortunately, the geographic beauty of Syria does not correlate with its economic condition. Petroleum, textiles, and agricultural products are some of the main exports of the country. However, the ongoing civil war has made other countries less interested in trading with Syria, and its economic growth is expected to be limited until the war ends. In fact, some media outlets have reported that Syria's economy has hit its lowest point since the civil war first erupted in 2011. Inflation rates have soared, the currency has plummeted, and severe fuel shortages have occurred in areas controlled by the rebels. These conditions often lead to strong protests from the public. However, the authoritarian President Bashar al-Assad responds to these protests with even harsher violence. Currently, Syria's main source of income is financial aid from allied countries, such as Iran and Russia, as well as from international organizations like the UN. Iran and Russia play a significant role in assisting the government following the conflict that has been ongoing since 2011. This financial aid includes loans, technical support, and technology to rebuild infrastructure and strengthen key sectors of the Syrian economy.